Hi, this is Amitha Balachandra. This is a 6:30 p.m. show that I do every single day on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about Hyderabad rains aftermath, a story that not many people are talking about, and the one that needs a lot of attention right now. And I'll tell you why. To remind you, on the 13th of October, heavy rains lashed Hyderabad, and several low lying areas, like you're looking at on your screens, witnessed floods. In fact, the city received heavy rainfall, which was unprecedented in the last 100 years. Post that night, there have been intermittent rainfall, but several areas, we understand, still remain inundated. We also know that death toll in the state has now gone up to 70, according to reports. In fact, the Indian Meteorological Department has said that it is continuing to rain because of an east-west trough that's running across Telangana because of a low pressure area that's formed due to a cyclonic circulation over Bay of Bengal. As of today, let me also tell you that a 5 member central team has visited Hyderabad to assess the extent of damage because of rains and floods. This is a 2 day visit, we understand, in Telangana, where the team will be assessing the kind of damage the floods have caused in the state of Telangana. We're going to try and understand the extent of damage. We're also going to try and understand how many areas are still facing issues, how many areas are still inundated, and what kind of aid the state needs right now. And to understand that, I have with me right now N Viswanath, who works at Disha Telugu News Daily, who's joining us from Hyderabad, who's been kind enough to give us time. Mr. Vishwanath, thank you so much for joining us and making time for us. My first question to you is, what is the kind of damage that's happened in Hyderabad right now? Which areas are worst affected and are still inundated?
Good evening to everybody. Yes, most of the southern part of the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation area is affected with this heavy rainfall and the flood water. Because, of course, Hyderabad is sustainable to approximately more than 15 centimeters of rainfall. But on 13th night and 14th early hours, more than 32 centimeters of rainfall recorded. Apart from this, the upper areas of the most of the tanks in the upper areas breached and the flood water entered into the colonies. In fact, this water should not come into the colonies. But while expanding the Hyderabad city horizontally, most of the outskirts areas did not have the rainfall, that is a stormwater drainage system. That's why the entire water came into the colonies. In Nizam era, there is a Musi river, which accumulate the entire storm water will go into the Musi river. But with the expansion of the city, most of the Musi Canal river banks occupied unauthorizedly, and cement concrete structures has been established by the local political leaders, real estate agents, like that. So the canal system shrunken into the very narrow. That's why the flood water entered into the lower areas of these colonies. That's why, according to the GHMC report, more than 292 colonies inundated with the single day rainfall. So as of now, even after 8 days, 86 colonies are now with flood water, not at all drained out because of the lack of machinery and staff from the GHMC. The people are still sitting in the water, and most of the people are just went into the upstairs portions like that. But as per the disaster response force, there should be more number of boats to rescue the people. But unfortunately, the global city, which is called by the state government of Telangana, has only 6 boats. With these 6 boats, only 292 colonies people have to be rescued. So after the lagging and the lack of foresight to rescue the people, the Telangana government asked the neighbor states to provide some boats. So now more than 53 boats are in operation.
A couple of points that you made. One is that there aren't enough boats, and now there are 53 boats. You said
Yes.
also that there isn't enough machinery, not enough staff. What is the situation right now as far as relief work is concerned? I was going to ask you this. Why is it taking so long to remove the water from these colonies?
One is the underground drainage system has been blocked by the various things, that is cushions, pillows, bed sheets, and plastic material. That's why. So the underground drainage water should go into the wider canal, Musi Canal, that is stormwater canal. So after blocking these underground manholes, the GHMC should use the motorized tankers to clear the garbage and everything, whatever the obstruction be. But most of the people are lying in the flooded areas. The main concentration is to rescue those people.
How many people have been rescued so far? If you can give us an update on that. I'll come to the damages in terms of the amount that's estimated right now, because reports suggest it's about 6,000 crore rupees. But how many people have been rescued so far?
Actually, as per the GHMC record, more than 31,000 people have been rescued from these waterlogging areas.
Okay.
After clearing some of the colonies, the water draining out something, half of these people again reached their homes and now cleaning their colony rooms and everything. So at present, more than 12,000 people are staying in the shelter homes. So the government is providing two-time meal, bed sheets, and everything. Now the government is giving 10,000 rupees per family, which families are suffered due to the flood water. So almost all more than yesterday 700. This one is more than 3,000 people already got this 10,000 rupees per family. The central team arrived Hyderabad today, and a conference took place between chief secretary and secretaries of various departments. In this meeting, approximately 8,633 crore rupees of worth crops, that is paddy, maize, cotton, are affected with the incessant rains. 222 crore rupees damage to the national highways, state highways, and internal roads of the GHMC, and more than 567 crore rupees affected within the limits of the GHMC due to the various reasons, that is road damages and electricity poles fallen and clearing of the garbage, like that. 500 altogether approximately 10,000 crore rupees damage take place with these rains and floods within the 1 week. That is the today's development.
The picture that we were seeing earlier was the 5-member team, which is visiting Telangana today and tomorrow. If you can also help us understand, would more help be required in terms of manpower? You said that there's lack of manpower. We already know that the Greater Hyderabad, the Municipal Corporation, along with NDRF, are helping with the rescue and relief operations. The army, for instance, has now said that they are ready to step in whenever necessary.
Yes, with the request of the state government only, the Union Home State Minister Kishan Reddy take initiative and send 5 national disaster response force teams from neighbor states, that is Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Now those teams are working, and mainly they are focusing in the extreme inundated areas to rescue the children, women, and elderly citizens, like that. In addition to this one, some army force also arrived at Hyderabad city. They are also in rescue operations. But if the state government wants more number of teams to rescue or to give rehabilitation or any other operations, Kishan Reddy is promising that center is ready to provide that one.
Also, if you can give us an update on the bridges and forts. For instance, we know that Falaknuma Bridge was closed because of a road that caved in. We also saw the police commissioner visit there a couple of days ago. We also know that 500-year-old Golconda Fort, for instance, there are some parts, portions of the fort which are damaged.
Yes. For Hyderabad city, the outskirts of Hyderabad city, more than 185 tanks are there. Out of these, two tanks are providing drinking water facility. One is Usman Sagar and second one is Himayat Sagar. These two are very large lakes, and almost all these two are overflowing. The remaining 183 tanks, three major tanks breaches taken place. That is, one is Gurram Cheruvu, second one is Appa Cheruvu, third one is Palle Cheruvu. These are very big lakes, water bodies. So three breaches take place. That's why the total water came into the southern parts of the Hyderabad city. The remaining out of 185, the remaining 182 lakes, 53 are partially damaged. Golconda Fort is just an upper part of the Hyderabad city, so there won't be any waterlogging problem there. But due to the old, very ancient structure, some portion of the wall damaged partially. And Falaknuma Bridge you mentioned, that is a 6 deep hole on the Falaknuma Bridge took place. That's why this is because of the flood water. So immediately the traffic police blocked that road and diverted the traffic.
My last question to you is this. The IMD has now predicted that there will be heavy rainfall. In fact, for today and tomorrow, what is the situation in Telangana today, and what is the prediction forecast for the next couple of days?
IMD already 3 days ago also warned that Hyderabad will take place. There will be more rains in and around Hyderabad city. But by seeing the last 2 or 3 days, no rains were here. No, that's why IMD is warning itself. But local planning society is assessing the IMD warning and the local radar system. There will be no that much of danger to the Hyderabad city and especially the people of the low-lying areas.
Well, let's hope that happens, because Hyderabad and other parts of Telangana can't afford more rain right now, because there's so much to deal with already of what's happened last week. A couple of things N Viswanath mentioned. One is that 13 teams are in Hyderabad right now for rescue and relief operations. That death toll has gone up to about 70, but there is no official figure yet from the state government. He also said that right now there is a 5-member central team visiting in Hyderabad to assess the damage, and the estimated damage is about 10,000 crore rupees, and hence Hyderabad and Telangana needs as much help as possible, and that many areas are still inundated, and that's something that the officials on ground, despite lack of manpower, are working on right now. Well, we hope you stay safe, and others in Telangana also stay safe. And Vishwanath, thank you so much for joining us with those details. Very kind of you to take time out for us.
Thank you very much.